Good afternoon. Afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody is good. If you're watching this video live, or maybe you're on the replay, put your comments on. I'm here in my kitchen. I'm having a cup of tea. And I thought, you know what, I'll jump on live and we can have a bit of a January catch-up. So yeah, if you are on live, please do say hello. Let me know where you are, where you're watching me from, what you're doing today. Are you back at work? Are you getting back into your routine? Yeah, so I just wanted to have a little bit of a January catch up and talk about how we can view January, because there's different ways that we can approach January, isn't there? But yeah, I've got a cup of tea. Today I've got Pukka, I love Pukka teas, lemon, ginger and Manuka honey, which is one of my favourites. I've been busy this morning. I've been, what have I done this morning? Taught online. I have seen a PT client, been to Holy Cross, been back with the girls there, taught 50 plus fitness, and then fitness Pilates. We were quite busy. We were fully booked, and then I was expecting maybe a lot of cancellations because of the weather, but they all braved the snow and the ice, and they came to class, which was lovely. So I did that. Then I headed to the gym. I did an upper body session this morning. I did chest, back and biceps. Came home, had a bit of lunch. I'm now sitting having a cup of tea with you guys. I'm going to walk the dog in a minute, but it's a bit icy, so we're just going to kind of take it easy and see how we get on. And then I've got another PT client to see, and then I'm at Fairfax tonight with dance fitness and then kettlebells, which again is looking pretty busy. People are going to come and brave the cold weather because I guess it's January and it's the first day back to routine and people want to get back on it. So yeah, that's how my day's looking. What's your day looking like? Tell me in the comments, where are you today? Are you back at work? Are you doing exercise? Have you been to the gym? Are you coming to classes? Were you in classes this morning? What's things looking like for you? And how are you feeling about today? Now, I saw a few things over the weekend that made me smile on social media. And it was basically like memes around people saying, we were going to be good from the 1st of January. You know, who else was going to be good from the 1st of January, but we're just kind of hanging on till the 5th. And spending the weekend still eating and drinking. And I think a lot of people would fall into that. I think today, 5th of January, is the day that a lot of people are kind of getting back into some kind of routine. But I've been talking about this on my socials over the last few days, and I'm going to just kind of reiterate it now. My advice, and this is just my personal opinion, is really try hard in January not to get sucked into the whole, you've got to change your whole life. Okay, just because it's January, you don't have to embark upon giving up anything really, or embark upon any kind of really, really intense, punishing exercise regime if you haven't done anything for ages. Don't let yourself, there's this whole new year, new me. Yeah, that's great. And January is a great time, as is any new month, to think of your month and what you want to do and have a bit of focus and set a couple of goals. Absolutely. But, you know, I do think January, we get to it and we're just bombarded with this whole, you have to be a new you. Well, do you know what? Maybe you don't have to be a new you. Maybe you're okay as you are. You just need a little bit of polishing or you just need a little bit of, you know, zhuzhing up a bit. You just need to make a few little tweaks to what you're doing. You don't need to change everything all at once. And my worry is people that do try and change everything all in one go in January, when it doesn't go to plan, or if it doesn't go to plan, they feel like they've failed. And that's when people give up and they say, oh, I'm rubbish at this. I'm never going to get fit. I'm never going to lose weight. I can't do it. I'm hopeless. And they stop everything. But it doesn't have to be like that. You know, we can just make slow, steady changes in January. Ease yourself back in gently. This morning in class, I said to them in Pilates, we went right back to basics. I said, we're going right back to a basics class today. We did a lot of basic movements, working on our technique, kind of starting back at the ground again, lots of stretching, lots of mobility work, and just ease ourselves back in. Because there's two ways of viewing January, and I'd love to know what you guys think. Please tell me in the comments. Please make this an open, grab a cup of tea and have a cup of tea with me, yeah, in my kitchen. Tell me what you think. I think there's two ways of looking at January, right? I feel like sometimes social media and like life in general want to tell us that January is terrible. They want to tell us, they want us to believe that January is going to be depressing. And in a few weeks, they'll be talking about Blue Monday. I think it's something like the second or third Monday in Jan. They call it Blue Monday, and they reckon it's when lots of people phone solicitors for divorces and all that kind of stuff. And they want us, we get fed this thing that January is going to be like terrible. And I know it can be a hard month. Yeah, it's cold. The nights are dark. People haven't got much money after Christmas. A lot of people are kind of on diets and wanting to do dry January and all that kind of jazz. I get all of that. But I do feel that we get fed this thing that January is awful and we should be dreading it and all that. Whereas you can see it like that, or you could flip it, which is what I'm doing this year and what I do try to do, and see January as a real positive month. See it as a fresh start. See it as a chance to maybe declutter. I know yesterday we took all our Christmas decks down, put them all up in the loft, had a good clean. Feel good for doing that. I sorted out my drawer, with all my workout stuff in, and put everything into piles and just kind of like tidies your mind. Winter walks. I'm going to go and walk Alfie in a minute. Yes, it's cold, but it's beautiful. The sky is blue. The sun is shining. I'm going to wrap up. I enjoy that. I take pleasure in that in this time of the year. I take pleasure in just kind of being a bit more hibernating in January. Yeah, we've had a busy social Christmas. I have got quite a lot on in Jan, to be fair, compared to some years, but not as much as over Christmas. And I'm taking the opportunity to just be at home. I'm going to try some new recipes. I'm going to dig my slow cooker back out and get some nice casseroles. I might try making soup, I thought, at the weekend. The telly's pretty good. Does anybody like Traitors? I enjoy that. We're watching a new box set that we watched season 1 of over Christmas. We're going to start season 2 tonight, so I'm looking forward to doing that, putting the fire on, sitting in front of that, watching the telly. So it's about finding the positives in January. Yes, we can decide that it's going to be a rubbish month, or we can flip it and go, no, this is like a reset month. I'm just going to kind of get myself back into routine. I'm going to take pleasure in winter walks, getting out in the fresh air, seeing the blue sky. Hopefully that stays. I'm going to take pleasure in decluttering the house, or trying new recipes, or going to a new class, or, setting some goals, but it doesn't have to be loads, just small, simple, achievable things like going out for a walk every day, or drinking a bit more water, or eating a bit more protein, or trying a new recipe once a week, this kind of stuff. So I think there is two ways to see January. Do you agree? Tell me in the comments. I just think we can go into it and think, it's rubbish, I'm going to be down. Or we can go into it and go, do you know what? I'm going to see the positives. Another thing I like to do in January is plan out my year. So I like to kind of plan in, seeing some of my friends. I've got various things in the diary already. Planned in a festival to go to in July, just local, like a day thing, got that planned in. I like to plan in some holidays. You guys know I love my holidays. So I'm already kind of planning those in at the moment. Not booked everything yet, but we've kind of thinking about where we want to go. We tend to kind of book up in January. And just like, have a bit of a plan, but also enjoy like the quiet time. Definitely, I'm not doing anything this weekend and I cannot wait. Like I said, I'm going to watch telly. I'm going to cook some nice food. I will be having a glass of wine because I don't believe in giving any. I've just gone back to my normal. My normal is I enjoy a glass of wine on the weekend. I hit my steps every day. I go to the gym and do my workouts. I eat well most of the time, prioritise protein, I drink my water, that's my normal, but then I also enjoy holidays, I enjoy going out, and I enjoy a drink at the weekends, and that's what I'm just going to carry on doing. Yes, eating a bit more chocolate because, there's been chocolate around over Christmas. I'm kind of just pushing that to one side at the moment just because I want to kind of get back on track. But I had a bit of dark chocolate last night. It's just all about being sensible. What do you guys think? How do you view January? Do you hate it Or are you like me? Do you try and see it as like a chance to reset, have a bit of a recharge in January? It's all about how we view things. It's all about how we view things. It's the same as exercise. If we view exercise as a chore, as something we have to do, and we force ourselves to go out running when we hate running, well, yeah, it's not going to be enjoyable. If we view exercise as something that we enjoy doing and that we're blessed and lucky to be able to move, and we find things that we enjoy, well, then it's okay. It's about how we view food. If we view food as something to punish ourselves with or reward ourselves with, that's different to seeing food as nourishment. You know, I see my food as nourishing and as my medicine, and I need to eat, and I need to eat the right things so that I feel good, so that I don't feel bloated. And I'm sure, gosh, how many of us over Christmas overate, ate too much cheese or chocolate and felt rubbish? I know that I definitely did on more than one occasion. And you just feel like, oh, yeah, and that's okay, because we all do that over Christmas. But it reminds us again of how much better we feel when we eat well and we move and we drink water and we don't drink alcohol every day. Do you know what I mean? So it's about how we view things. And I think seeing the January in that way is key. Yeah, it's about viewing it in a positive way if we can, because I know over the next few weeks you are going to see lots of New Year, New You, detox, the Blue Monday mantra will come up, January blues. You know, we all talk about it. I've written an email, I think, that's going out later this week, how to beat the January blues. But essentially what I'm saying is what I'm saying here about, you know, just try to see it differently, flip it on its head and see it differently. See exercise differently, see food differently, see hitting your goals differently. And don't try and change everything all in one go. Ease yourself back in this week, especially, but into the whole year. Yeah, try and get out for a walk if you haven't already. Come to a class, go to the gym, book in some classes for later in the week if you're not feeling it today. Plan out your food. Do you want to go to the shops? Do you want to order online? Maybe you want to get on. ChatGPT is a great thing for recipes. You can go, do any of you use ChatGPT? You can go on, you can tell it what you've got in the fridge, or ask it to give you a recipe for a healthy curry or a slow cooker stew, and it will just give you the recipe. It's so easy, even easier than Googling. So maybe you're going to cook some different food this week. Yeah? Think of food as nourishment. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of jump on because, you know, it's all about how we see things. And I hope that that's helped in any way. Please tell me in the comments what you're doing today. Are you back in your routine yet? How are you feeling about January? You know, where are you at with things? Have you got rid of all the Christmas goodies yet? Because that's difficult as well. If you've still got cheese and chocolate hanging around the house, it's difficult if you're kind of done with eating. If you want to carry on eating it, you crack on. But if you're done with eating like that now and you're not feeling great on that and you're kind of done with it, you need to either donate it or pass it on or put it in a cupboard where you can't see it. Because I think when you've got temptation all around you, if you've decided that for you now you want to get back eating well, it's hard when you've got a lot of things hanging around. So have a little think about what's in your realm and what's maybe tempting you. But as I say, if you want to carry on eating chocolate for another week or so because you're not ready to jump into the whole January thing yet, then you got to do what you got to do. But just remember how it makes you feel, and just remember that the nourishment and that the food that we're eating is our medicine, really. So it's absolutely fine to have Christmas, to have a birthday, to go on holiday and go off piece. I think it's good for us. Over Christmas, you know, I've been eating cheese, I've had chocolates, we've been out for numerous meals, I've shared lots on social media of what I've been doing, drank way more alcohol than I would do normally. I don't feel guilty for any of it. I have not weighed myself, and I will not be weighing myself anytime soon. I'm just getting back to normal. I did from yesterday, really. Yesterday was my first normal day. No alcohol, nothing kind of off plan with my food. So that was all good. And then obviously I'm back into it today. I might have a look at the scales in a week or so. I have no need or desire to jump onto scales and be told that I've gained a couple of pounds over Christmas, because I know I have, because I had a really, really good Christmas, and that's great. So I think it's good to break it sometimes, but it's then good to get back on it. And I personally like routine, and I like to get back on it. Anyway, I've rambled on for longer than I thought I was going to. I need to go and walk the dog. I need to do a few bits and then get ready for my PT and my classes tonight. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I hope that's helped in any tiny little way, anything I've said. Put your comments on. Let me know where you're at with the whole January thing. But just take the message from this, that just take it easy. Ease yourself back into your routine normally. Small daily habits that can remain consistent. Find some exercise you enjoy. See food as your medicine. You do not have to give up everything today, and you do not have to start doing anything that you don't enjoy. Just take it easy. Be kind to ourselves. Sleep is another really important one. I slept so much over Christmas. I really, really did, and I really felt the benefits of it. And that's something I want to carry on into this new year. I want to really keep making sleep and rest a really important thing for me. I prioritise it. I am up to bed at 9:30 every night so that I can be sorted and asleep for 10 o'clock at the latest. That's a non-negotiable for me. I do not function if I don't sleep. So that is important as well. So it all comes together. Yeah, we move our bodies on a daily basis in a realistic way, whether that's walking for you or something else that you enjoy. We eat food as our medicine and nourishing food. We don't see it as something to punish or reward. We drink water because we need it, and we get enough sleep and recovery. And be kind to yourself. Don't go down that mantra of I've got to just completely transform my life. And if you're still not done with chocolate and cheese just yet, that's okay too, all right? But if you are done with it, then get rid of it. Because if you keep it hanging around, you'll keep eating it. Maria, love your sweatshirt. Deb Turner bought me this for Christmas. Can you read it? And she lifted heavily ever after. Very apt for me. I've been to the gym today. I've done an upper session already, and I've taught a lot of classes, and now I'm going to go and walk the dog. So you can see I'm back on it today, but that's because I want to be. Yeah, I'm not because I'm punishing myself for what I ate over Christmas, not because I'm trying to be a new me. This is what I normally do. This is normal me. All right? Has that helped? Has it cheered anybody up? Has it lifted your Monday? We can make January a positive. Thank you, Maria. We can make January a positive month. We do not have to spend it feeling rubbish. Don't let the media or social media tell you and convince you that January has to be bad. January can be good and positive. And if you missed the beginning of this video, go back and watch it and tell me in the comments whether you agree, whether you disagree, how you're viewing January and where you are at. If I'm going to see you in classes or PT this week, I look forward to it. Lots of the classes are busy, so please make sure you always cancel in advance if you can't come. Join waiting list if classes are busy, and I'll try and get you on. And what else is going on? Early Bird Club comes back tomorrow. It's going to be a cold one tomorrow morning. So if you're coming to Early Bird Club, hats and gloves are going to be a necessity. -2, I think it's going to be in the morning. So that's going to keep us on our toes. Women's Health Group, we've got 3 places left. We start next Monday. So that's good and exciting. And what else? PT. I am busy for PT, but I could squeeze 1 or 2 in, possibly, depending on times and days. So if you've been watching me and thinking you want some PT, then always drop me a message and we can see what we can do. All right, so things are busy, but I do still have room for more in certain things. And if you think that you want to join me for anything, get in touch. Nikki, you've enjoyed listening, you're feeling more positive, you're flipping it. Yes, flip that narrative. January can be a good month if you decide. It's all about what you decide it's going to be, yeah? I've decided that my January is going to be a good one, and so it will be. All right, have a great day, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thanks for your comments. Keep them coming if you're watching on replay. And yeah, I'll see some of you at Fairfax tonight. It's going to be cold. We need to wrap up. I'll keep you moving. Don't worry. Lots of love.